Hey, what's going on? It's Mando Crusader, and welcome back to Magic the Gathering Online. It's been a little bit, but finally got a new episode up. And today, we're taking a look at Mono Green Infect. So this is a pretty cool deck. That's really cheap. All of this cost about just over $10. I got the basis for this deck online, but I made a few changes to it. And we're just gonna go over the whole deck. So for those of you who don't know, Infect is a mechanic from the new Phyrexia block. Basically, creatures that have Infect, like Ichor Claw Mirror, basically they deal their damage in -1/-1 counters to creatures, but more importantly, they deal their damage to players in the form of poison counters. And once a player has 10 poison counters, they lose the game. So the goal of this deck is to not deal 20 damage. We're not looking for that. We're looking to deal 10 damage, put 10 poison counters on our opponent, and kill them that way. So this is a very, very aggressive deck because we don't have like a lot of like removal or protection in the deck. We're looking to, ideally, in the best case scenario, kill our opponent turn 3, turn 4, using creatures like Glistener Elf or Blight Mamba, and put those on the field, pump them up with our growth spells like Giant Growth or Mutagenic Growth or Rancor, and so that they're like 4 or 5 power creatures, swing in for that amount, put 5 poison counters on our opponent, rinse, repeat, and then just, again, kill them by turn 3 or 4. So that's basically the deck. Our entire deck is literally just that. It's our Infect creatures. We've got some untap ability in Quiron Ranger. We've got a little bit of protection in Apostle's Blessing. A tiny bit of removal in Ram Throw. And that's about it. Like I said, this deck is very, very one-dimensional. It's put creature down, pump up creature, kill opponent. That's literally the deck. Our sideboard is a little bit more complex. We've got some gut shots to deal with our opponent's 1-drops. We've got some Nihil Spell Bombs to deal with graveyard strategies, so Delver or anything like that. We've got some Nature's Claims for artifact removal, for Infinity or whatnot. Some Weather the Storms, if we need life gain for whatever reason. And Scattershot Archer to deal with flyers. It's really just a lot of just killing our opponent's 1 toughness creatures so that our creatures don't get blocked. So that we can just kill our opponent, because obviously our creatures can't do anything if they're blocked, right? So, yeah, that's the deck. I'm really excited to try this out. But before we do, I just want to mention, if you like my content, like it, that's what the like button's there for. Subscribe, ring the bell, and comment below any other decks you let me to play in MTGO or MTGA, or any other games you let me to play in general, and I'll do the best that I can. So with all that said, let's get in some games, and let's see how this deck does. Alright. Let's see. We are on the draw. It's a little unfortunate but I think we should be fine. This is not a good opening hand. We're gonna want to mulligan this. We're going to want to mulligan this one. So what do we get off the mulligan? Now that's a hand. That is a hand. That's a keeper. I think I may actually get rid of Blight Mamba, because all of these other pump spells are all 1, except for Vines, which is a kick 2. And we get Rancor. Put out turn 1 Glistener Elf. Sazerpan's scary. Cycling. And cycling. I don't like the look of that. I'm going to assume that probably is not good. Right. Let's see. So, Rancor and Glistener Elf. And let's see. I think we're going to Giant Growth it as well. It's a little greedy, I know. But that means we're already at 6 poison counters. So we have lethal next turn. I am hoping that they aren't able to kill us this turn, or they aren't going to put out some massive blocker. Cycle of Antisaur. This seems to be a Spellbomb matchup, so we're probably going to sideboard that in. And yeah, that's game. That is game right there. So really, the only thing I'm going to side in are the Spell Bombs, because our opponent seemed to be trying to fill their graveyard. So I'm going to take out... Actually, I'm just going to side in 2 of our Spell Bombs and take out the Ram Throughs. And we're on the draw again. And this is another mulligan hand. No creatures except for the Ranger, which doesn't really count. Doesn't really count for our purposes. I want to mulligan that. That also isn't really ideal. I'm going to mulligan one more time. That's better. Better. Alright. Take out the Ranger. And take out the Briar Shield. And we are on the draw, so we will be getting a card before we play anything. Ancient Spring. And we do draw a giant growth. So it is a little comforting. Cycles the Dranith Stinger. Do they have any more lands in their hand? They do. Alright. And we draw Seal of Strength as well. Put out Blight Mamba. Hope they don't have removal. Ugh. And see what our opponent does. I am just a touch worried, but I'm sure everything will be just fine. Now, what I'd really like to happen is I'd love to top deck either a land or something like a mutagenic growth that I can just pay with my life. Then we could just kick Vines of Vastwood, cycling Architects of Will. We could just kick Vines of Vastwood, then pay life, use mutagenic growth, and have that be that. But if we drew a land, we could giant growth, Seal of Strength. And that's game. Well, we did not, that did not happen. That did not happen. So instead, I'm going to take this opportunity to kick that. And ensure lethal for next turn. Let's see. Hopefully. Oh, goodness. Are they going to play something really big, or are they just going to cycle a bunch of things? Because they do have 6 mana floating. Okay, looks like they're going to cycle at least one thing. So everything that they cycle, I'm sort of happy with. We don't even need to draw a land next turn, though it would still be nice. And we do have a replacement Blight Mamba, should they happen to kill this one. And put out Gurmok Angler. That's where the Nihil Spellbomb would have been nice to have. And it looks like they're comboing off now. They can just pretty much do anything they want. Rush of Knowledge. And it looks like we're off to the combo races. If we can survive this turn, though, without any more creatures being played, we do have lethal next turn.
2 hours later.
And, alright, yep. There you go, alright. So, you know what that taught me? It taught me we need our third Nihil Spell Bomb. That's what that taught me. We can take out a Snakeskin Veil and submit deck. And this time we won the dice roll, so we can go first. We're going to keep this hand. You go first. Our opponent can't really get rolling until their, like, third or fourth turn. So, we have Mutagenic Growth. We don't need land for that. We should be able to get a couple draws in. We draw another Forest. Tap 2 for Blight Mamba. We've got Rancor, Mutagenic Growth, Briar Shields. That's 2, 4, 5, 8. If we draw one more pump spell, it's over. Just literally one more. Just one. You have to be kidding me. Ichor, Claw, Mirror. Eight poison counters. Hopefully we survive one more turn, but with 4 mana out here right now, I don't think we can. Although I do have lethal next turn. Yep, here we go. 4 mana, and it's over. It's already over. If we had drawn, I don't believe that. I'm a little indignant about that. We have so many pump spells in our deck, and we couldn't draw one right here. Trying Stinger, cycling. I don't know why they take so long with this, deciding what they're going to cycle. Another Draneth Stinger. They only have 2 mana left. That's a little bit of hope. They've already used 2 of their mana. And they clearly haven't found their combo piece yet. And nope, metamorphosize. Keep the count going. Just keep it going and going. Songs of the Damned. Yep, that's it. All right. Lost the die roll. So we are on the draw. This is a good hand, even though we're only going to have 1 mana for the entire game, knowing my luck. Yeah, like I said, 1 mana. I don't mean to sound that salty, but my goodness, when you've gone through, because obviously there are games that I cut out, and games where I'm mana starved usually don't make it into the video because that's not a fair representation of the deck, you know. You can't, like, you know, it's not the deck's fault that the shuffler mana starved you, right? But I sort of like every other game, not every other, I mean every other game that I've played has basically just been mana starved 24/7, and it's gotten a little annoying. But who knows? Maybe this one will be different. If we can survive 1 more turn, and if we can draw a land. We have lethal. We do have lethal if we can draw a land right here. And do you see what I mean? It's been like this all night, and it's a little annoying. But if we can survive this turn, we do have lethal. And alright, we do. Okay. So I feel those were artifact lands, right? I'm pretty sure those were artifact lands. So maybe Nature's Claim could act as like a little bit of removal, or at least the enchantments like Abundant Growth. And to that end, we're going to take out the Ram Throws, and we're going to take out Aquarian Ranger. And on to game 2. And we lose the die roll again. We're going to keep playing with fire. And of course, we do not draw a land. Although Rancor is a decent card. Cleansing Wildfire. Okay. Tap. Rancor, our Glistening Elf. And we're going to Mutagenic Growth twice. pump it up to 7. Attack. And have lethal next turn if he can't deal with it. Although with all that mana, I'd be surprised if he couldn't. Yep, there it is. Fiery Cannonade. Although we do get the Rancor back, so that's nice. Though we won't be able to do anything with it if he... Okay. Okay, we don't miss our land drop that time. So if we can survive this turn, we have lethal. Crusher's Endercron. And we do not survive this turn. Actually, wait, hold on. Hold on. Did I say we didn't? Because we do. And we have just won the game. Just like that. Win the match. We win the match. That's what this deck can do, man. It can win a match very, very quickly. This was turn 4 right here. And that was just turn 4 lethal. Alright. We are going to be starting on the draw. This is a really nice opening hand. Playing against black. We do have mutagenic growth, although cast down is probably coming this turn. Nope, cast down is right here. And watch. Cast down. There it is. Cycling. Alright. Not gonna lie, I wasn't expecting that one. As my prophesying clearly showed. Bump him up to 5. And 5 poison counters. Chittering rats. Okay, controlling my card draw. Kill the chittering rats. Get in for 3. Lethal. We have lethal next turn. Sign in blood. Looking for the removal. Question is, did he find it? Yes. Yes, he did. That was very nice that he found his removal off of one top deck. There's Bazooka Bog. And the Gormog Angler. that's game. Okay, what do we need? What do we need here? Spell... No, you don't need Spell Bomb. I really don't think there's anything in here we can do against that. Maybe just a one-off Spell Bomb and take out a Ram through. Alright. Won the dice roll on the play. Another really nice opener. Hopefully we don't get turn 1 duressed again. Alright, good stuff. And create a plant token. And we're going to keep a mana back. For Snakeskin Veil. Just like that. So now he gets 2 poison counters instead of just 1. Although he probably has Cast Down in hand. Sign in Blood. If you can't tell, I've been sort of... That is a thing that preys upon this deck. Like, what if you get cast downed on your infect creatures, then like obviously you obviously can't really play, right? Like that's like the thing. Okay, we're not going to kill it. Just not gonna crack the Briar Shield just yet. That would be next turn. Cycle the Baron more. And cast down. There it is. Alright, well we didn't get our pump spell, unfortunately. So we're going to put out our Blight Mamba. Get up to 6 poison counters. Now just 1 giant growth or something like that. Would let us win. Okay. And instead we get a forest. At least you can play our Ichor Claw Mirror. I'm going to crack the Spell Bomb now. Exile his graveyard just in case he's got the Delver in hand. I don't want that being played. And now we have lethal next turn. And that's a win right there. Alright. So you know what? I think the only change is I'm gonna put in another Spell Bomb. And we're gonna just go for it. penultimate game. We are on the draw. This is a mulligan hand. I hesitate to mulligan again, but I think I'm going to. Yeah, I guess we're keeping this one. The Ranger and I guess Ichor Mirror. Turn 1 Duress. Probably taking Briar Shield or Seal of Strength. I would imagine. Yeah, there's Seal of Strength gone. We do draw a Mutagenic Growth. That's 4, 5. Alright, tapped. Okay, if we get a pump spell, if we get a... no. Okay, Forest. Okay. So, 4... Nah, that only puts us up to 8. But we do have lethal next turn if he didn't draw the cast down. Crypt Rats. And none of this matters. Literally, none of this matters. Well, I mean, I suppose we can force him to block. Instead of killing off the, Glistener Elf with Crypt Rats. If only we had Rancor. That would have been lethal if he didn't play Crypt Rats. Echoing Decay. And that's game. Alright, so that was Mono Green Infect. It's a very finicky deck. You need to win, and you need to win quickly. You need to win quickly with it if you're going to win. So yeah, it still is really fun, and the thing is, it can win really, really quickly. It's like disgustingly quickly. So yeah, I found it fun. I'm just giving it a try. It's only 10. Again, this entire list is only $10. So yeah, you're not losing much to give it a try, and it's really fun to play. It's a really unique deck. I haven't really seen anything like it floating around, and yeah. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, again, leave it a like, subscribe, ring the bell, and comment any other decks you'd like me to play in either Magic game or any other games you would like me to play. And yeah, that's about it. See ya.